Have you ever wondered what it takes to change the water filter in your refrigerator? I'm sure, like me and many others, you've got one in there when you bought the refrigerator, but you're not quite sure how to replace it. Well, today I'm going to show you how to do that. My name is Rick Smith, and I'm the creator of the YouTube channel RS Tech ALO, and I try to provide videos on how to do things around your home and your tech products that you want to do yourself, but you're not quite sure how to do it. And so today we're going to do that and replace that filter on this refrigerator. Okay, so the first thing is, where is it on your refrigerator? So let me move the camera here and give you a better shot of what we're talking about. So let me move the camera in here and see if we can get this a better close-up so you can see what I'm talking about here. We'll zoom in a little bit. So this little box on the side of the wall here on the left side of the refrigerator is where the water filter is. And there's a little lever here that you push in that disengages it, and this arm moves out of the way. And if you look at that, you can see that blue cartridge. Let me try zooming in a little bit more here, if I can do this without ruining the picture. So that's the filter. And the way this concept works is the far end towards the back, this portion right back here, is plugged into a turret that rotates. And so to remove this, we just basically get our finger in here and rotate this filter out like that. And so now it's ready to be removed. And so what we want to do is grab onto this and just pull it out like that. And you got to be careful, because as you pull it out, this is full of water and it will start dripping. So that's how simple it is. You can see the mechanism in there. There's that gray rotating drum, if you will, with a hole in it, and that's where the water filter, the new one we're going to put in, goes. So let me get that and I'll show you what we've got to replace. So here is a replacement water filter that I purchased, and a little bit background on this. How did I know what to get? Well, the first thing I did was I went to the inside of my refrigerator and looked for the label that's on there that tells the model number and serial number and information about the refrigerator. I've added a picture of mine on this video so you can see what I used. And on there you'll find the model number that you can go to the web and say, what water filter do I use with model number XYZ refrigerator? And it gave me this particular water filter. This happens to be a GE appliance water filter, so it works with this. There are probably generic ones out there that you can use, but I wanted to get one that I knew would work in this refrigerator. And so the next question is, what does it look like? And just like the one we took out of the refrigerator, looks like this, just a cylindrical tube with an end that's got rubber gaskets on that we'll put into the hole that we pulled the old one out. And a couple key things about this. Well, first off, I purchased this on Amazon, and Amazon has a great program that will allow it to be a renewable replacement. And so what I did was I signed up for that, and according to the side of this filter, these should be replaced every 6 months. So Amazon, about a week before 6 months has been up, will send me an email saying, hey, your new water filter is ready to be shipped. Do you want to proceed? And you say yes, and then it will automatically ship it every 6 months. So that's as simple as it is. And I'll put a link in the video description on this particular one on Amazon in case you have the same one and you can set up the same thing. So how do you install this? Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, it looks a little weird because there's little knobs here that you got to hook and engage in. But the key to this is what it says right here on the front. I don't know if you can see this, but it says front. This should be facing out when you install it. So as we get up there, you've got to have that visible when we put that in place. So that kind of positions this in an orientation with this facing out when you push it into the hole. And then as we rotate that turret or that hole back into the container, it locks it in place. So let's go ahead and install this one. All right, so I've repositioned the camera so you can see this and zoomed in as best I can. Note the yellow label here. It says on the side of it, dispense water through the cold water dispenser immediately after filter change to purge from the system. So I've got this glass here that I'm going to put under the dispenser once we get this installed, and you can see what happens. It's pretty obvious as you change it that the water that's coming through is not to be drank until it clears up. So we'll show you that in a minute. All right, so again, as I mentioned, here's the filter, and if you can, let's see if I can get this in a point. It says front on this side, and over here it says back with a do not do. So what we want to do is orient this thing so this front label is facing into the center of the refrigerator. And we just want to place these two, I guess, points into that hole that you see up there. And we'll do that now. Hopefully I'm not too much in your way. So I've got the front facing out and back facing back into the wall. And I just push it in like that. That's the first step. And then what you want to do is rotate this back into this container here, like that, and then you shut the door. And that's as simple as it is to replace it. So here's the water dispenser, and across the top here we have water, autofill, ice, light. Here's ice. It'll change the light over to there, but I want to go back to water. And so it's now set up so when I push on this, the water will be dispensed. And kind of watch what you see when you do this. So I push up against that. Do that again. And there you can see it's kind of a brownish purplish color. First the air was purged, and that's why it's sprayed all over everything. But right now it's running water through the filter to clean out the impurities that are in the new filter we purchased. So let me dump that out. And if you're like me and you saw a glass of water come out like that, you'd say, I don't want to drink that. So let's do it again and see if we can get the water to look a little more clear. And you can see the water's looking much better now. And what I typically do is I run 3 glasses full of water through the filter before it's, in my mind, ready to drink. So there's number 2, and you can see the clear, there's stuff floating around in there. A little bit of the aeration is still in there, but we'll dump that. So here's glass number 3. I'm going to hold it up here this time. And again, if you look at the water, it's looking much better than the first one that came through the filter, as they recommend. And there you go. Looking pretty clear. There's still a little bit of aeration bubbles in there from purging the system, but it's drinkable. So here's my glass of water. 3 12-ounce glasses I ran through the filter before I drink it, and here we go. Very good. Nice and clean. We use this all the time, not to mention with ice, and let me just do that real quick. Dump the water out and come over here and hit the ice button. This is cubed. Hold that against the lever. Then come back to water again and hit the water. And there we have a nice glass of ice water that is perfect and doesn't require you to have to go get bottled water or actually even use your tap water. So here we go. A good alternative, a glass of ice cold water. So there you have it. Pretty simple process. It may sound intimidating when somebody says, how do you change your water filter? But it's really, really simple. And as I mentioned, I'll put in the description the model of this refrigerator for reference and the link I got from Amazon that allows me to purchase the correct filter and then to have it automatically renewed every 6 months and send me a new water filter. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you're interested in videos like this, check out my website, RS Tech ALO. There's more out there on how to do things around your home and tech tips on PCs and Apple products that may be of interest to you. And until next time, give me a thumbs up and we'll see you on the next video.